Uber might have to add a tipping feature, Google reaches an antitrust settlement in Russia, murder footage is shared on Facebook, and more. It's Monday, April 17th, and this is Crunch Report. New York City's Taxi and Limousine Commission is moving forward with a proposal that would require any car services that accept payment exclusively via credit card to offer a tipping option by the same means, i.e. credit card, according to the New York Times. It seems like the main app this would affect is Uber, which already says you're welcome to tip your driver if you want, but there's no support for this in the Uber app, so you need cash to do it, which kind of defeats one of the main advantages of using Uber. There's still a long way to go before this tipping proposal becomes law, though. There will be public hearings, and then the proposal would need to be approved by the Taxi Commission's board. Google has reached a settlement with Russia's Federal Anti-Monopoly Service in a lawsuit that was originally filed by Russian search company Yandex. The Russian agency has imposed a $7.8 million fine, which is not a lot of money for a company like Google, so what's more significant is the fact that Google will no longer demand exclusivity from applications on Android devices in Russia, and it will no longer restrict pre-installs of competing search engines and apps on Android home screens. By the way, Russia isn't the only place where Android has gotten Google into antitrust trouble. The company also has an ongoing dispute in the European Union. Video of a fatal shooting was uploaded to Facebook yesterday by the alleged murderer. The Cleveland Police Department says Steve Stevens, who remains at large as we record this, broadcast the killing of an elderly man named Robert Godwin Sr., and he posted other videos saying he was going to kill as many people as he could. Of course, this whole story is tragic and horrifying, but it also raises uncomfortable questions for Facebook, since Facebook and Facebook Live have been used in the past to broadcast awful acts like shootings and torture. It's rare, but it has happened. In this case, it took Facebook several hours to take down the video and Stevens' account. The company said, quote, "This is a horrific crime and we do not allow this kind of content on Facebook." Getting back to less serious news, Instagram is making its bookmarking feature more useful with the introduction of collections, which allow users to organize the posts they save into private groups for easier access. So you could have one collection of bookmark photos of dogs, another of restaurants and food, and so on. To use the feature, you tap and hold the bookmark button under any post, which will allow you to save the photo to an existing collection or to create a new collection. And again, these collections should only be visible to you. Seattle's Living Computers Museum is giving visitors a chance to touch Steve Jobs' Apple I. The Apple I's were the first devices that Steve Jobs and Wozniak created together, and the computer on display was Jobs' personal machine. It's part of an exhibit highlighting the competition between Microsoft and Apple over the years, which also includes a NeXT computer and early Macs. The really crazy thing is that any visitor will be able to play with these computers. After all, the vision of the Living Computers Museum is to make these devices available for tinkering, not just to look at. That's the report for today. I'm Anthony Ha, filling in for Tito Hamzy. Crunch Report airs every weekday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on TechCrunch.com. You can also find us on iTunes and on YouTube. We'll see you tomorrow.